Hey everyone, it's Greg from Stationery Shenanigans, and I'm back from my quick trip that I took last week, and I thought it would be a great opportunity for you to journal with me today. I really wanted to journal while I was on the trip, but we did a lot, and I didn't have that much time. Plus, I was tired from having so much fun. So, anyway, taking my pouch out here, and I'll explain why I kind of started doing that later. Um, as you might have seen in my previous video, I went to the Paper Seahorse, which is a traveler's partner shop, which was amazing. I talk about it in that video if you want to go check it out. Um, they have a special stamp you can get as a partner shop, and I kept trying to stamp my notebook in the store, and because the pouch was making it uneven, it kind of got messed up. So I printed some photos for my trip. I normally don't put photographs in my journal, except like for Instax cameras, but I kind of decided I might cut some out and put them in my journal this time, just as kind of like a keepsake and to write a little bit about them. So here I'm just opening up to a blank notebook page. I'm using my traveler's brass clip because it actually does come in handy. I just don't like traveling with it. I feel like it's just heavy. Using my writing board, and I'm just titling it here with this jade green lip pen that I got. I'm not even putting the specific dates because I don't want to look at my calendar. Sometimes you just roll with it. I know it's May 2022 that I went, so that's what we're putting on there. And I'm using this little washi tape kind of as like a header. This was purchased at a local stationery shop a while back. I can't remember if it's what's her name? Mina Peruna, the Finnish designer that does a lot of washi tape stuff. Anyway, so I'm writing with my Delphonics ballpoint black pen, which I ended up loving. I know maybe writing with like a ballpoint pen like this can seem kind of basic, but I don't know. I just like ballpoint pens. It must be the oil-based ink. It's reliable, where I don't have to worry about smearing really, and I can kind of write on a lot of surfaces. And this kind of feels like you're writing with a pencil, so it's even better because I love the feel and smell of pencils. Wow, I'm weird. So, anyway, I'm just writing about my trip. You probably can't see my messy cursive handwriting, but I just tend to write in cursive, especially when I'm journaling. Just want to write about, the basics of the trip, what we did, where we went. I got to do a lot besides going to the Paper Seahorse. Got to go out on a boat, got to go to some cool shops, got to visit awesome people, got to hang out with dogs. I mean, what more is there to life, right? And it was surprisingly, I think, cooler in Florida than the temperature up here. It's actually supposed to be like 100 degrees today here in DC. So I hope you all are safe and inside somewhere cool. It is Saturday, so maybe you get to do something fun and not work. I wanted to journal last night, but when I came back, I had such Thursday and Friday, I had such busy days for work that I just felt like I wasn't mentally capable of doing it because I wanted to enjoy it, right? You don't want to just do it because you have to. So I got a good night's sleep last night. I had my coffee, and now we're journaling here on a Saturday morning. So this is a little bookmark that I got from the Paper Seahorse. I'm just writing about my experience and everything that I had there. Yeah. Here I did decide to insert the photo that I'd taken inside the Paper Seahorse of my traveler's notebook. I just thought it would look cool since I'm actually writing in this notebook with it. And I'm also struggling with this tape thing, and I put the pen in and try to turn the crank, or whatever you call it, the gear, and it was just messing me up and throwing off my vibe. I think those were from like the dollar store anyway, so it's not a big deal. Just using my trusty glue stick to put the photo in my notebook here. That way I don't have to deal with that crazy tape thingy. And just patting it down with the sides of my hands instead of using my fingers, so to avoid fingerprinting. And yeah, I'm just going to write a little bit more. Here I'm using a piece of that washi tape again, kind of like as a header or a divider, however you want to call it. I took this writing letters little note from the paper seahorse and inserted it in there because I thought it was really cool. And I like to do this thing where I fold things out of the notebook or fold them down. That way it takes up less pages and it makes it more interactive when you go back and look at your journal. You know, you have like the sensation of touching things and moving things around. Um, it just is probably, more interesting um, for your brain and for jogging maybe memories than just reading words on the page. Because I have that problem. Like sometimes I have a lot I want to say or remember, but I don't necessarily want to write about it because writing could take a long time sometimes, or you're just not in the mood. So here I just write like one or two lines. I didn't want to detail every single part of the trip because, you know, when you're trying to do too much, it kind of like turns you off to journaling, right? I don't know if anyone else does this, but you're like, oh, I want to write about this. I want to save this for, a day that I can sit down and I can journal really intensely and talk about all my experiences and everywhere we went and all the food we ate and what I was feeling and who I was talking to. And then you don't actually do it. So, like I said before, 2022 is all about just doing our thing, regardless of what other Instagram or influencers try to make us feel like we have to do, because that's not the life, right? So yeah, I'm just writing a little more, trying to decide if it's too much to use all these photos. I think I want to hang some of the photos on my kitchen, especially the Turkish coffee place photos. We went to a Turkish coffee shop, a Greek restaurant, a lavender store on St. Armand's Key in Sarasota, and it was just such a cool experience. So I'm writing about that a little bit here. Here I'm just going through some of my photos and things I've collected, trying to decide what I want to use. I cut out a little piece of the name of the lavender place from one of the pamphlets I got from an item I purchased to put in there to remember. Then I put the business card for the Turkish coffee place. Had a nice conversation with that guy. He had just come from Turkey 2 weeks ago, and we had coffee and tea, which, is the best. Then I'm looking at this little map I got, cutting out the title of the place we were from this map. Take advantage of these free maps and things that you get at these places, because not only do they have, things that you can use like memorabilia, but a lot of them have good quality photos on them of the places you've went or maps themselves, which I decided, because I've been to a couple places on this map, I wanted to cut out a piece of the map and insert it into my notebook. And I drew a little boat actually where we were on the boat, and then circled St. Armand's Key as kind of just like a cool little thing to look at later. And again, I did my folding thing here that I like. That way I can fold it out and look at it, not take up too many pages. So yeah, draw my little boat there. It wasn't a sailboat, but I can't draw boats, or I've never drawn a boat, so I just drew a little sailboat. It was easier. Putting it in there with some extra of the glue. And yeah, I feel satisfied. It was just a few pages from this short trip, but I'm glad that I did it today. And, I want to thank everyone for watching this, and I hope you get to journal today as well. And I hope you are safe wherever you are. Thanks all.